Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again, and today I want to show you guys a little something I've been working on in ARMA 3. I've been working on a brand new mission on Stratus to show you guys how combat support can be used to minimize your casualties, either in your own missions or if you're playing on multiplayer. Now, as you can see in this particular video, I'm using the RHS escalation mod, which is why you're not seeing the standard vanilla ARMA vehicles. You can download that for free from their website. Just Google Red Hammer Studios and you should find that. Also, I'm using, as we've seen in previous videos, the WWAI menu, which is really cool. You want to check that out on Armaholic. And also, I'll just switch over to High Command. I'm using High Command Transport, which is another little mod that sort of does a similar sort of thing to WWAI menu, but for High Command troops. Okay, so once again, this video is going to be all about combat support, and the main mod that I'm using to help me out with this today is called Alive. Now, Alive is actually more of like a dynamic campaign mod, but it does have this very awesome combat support tablet, and as you can see, you can use it to call in transport aircraft, close air support aircraft, and you can also use it for artillery. So let me quickly just show you around the base. This is sort of like our main little section here. We have a couple of scout helis, and we've got some recons that are going to go out and snipe the enemy forces in just a tick. But over here, let's quickly go around the corner. Just over here, you can see we have some artillery. And they're actually spawned in using an Alive module. Now, way over here in the distance. Come on, Humvee, you can do it. This is at the Stratus Air Base, obviously. Over here we have some Blackhawks, which we're going to be using to deploy troops. And this is one of the brand new RHS Little Bird helicopters. I actually think, to be honest, I think it's very similar to the Melb Little Bird mod that was already around. I think they've incorporated that into their own mod. And way down the end there, I don't think you can see it because the view distance is not high enough. There is an A-10 and also a Greyhawk attack drone. Now, also, you're probably wondering why I'm playing as this this guy here with just a patrol cap on and no weapons. This guy is what I'm calling the HQ Actual, and he's an officer that's going to basically command all of these supports. And most of the initial part of the mission is going to be spent in the eyes of this guy, and then throughout the mission we're going to switch over to our other forces who are going to complete the mission. Now, speaking of the mission, our goal in this particular scenario is to capture the enemy base, which is at Air Station Mike 26, which if you've ever played this map, clearly you've seen before. Let me just park this Humvee and then you guys can see the map. Okay, that's good enough. Let's get out. Okay, let's bring up the map. As you can see, we have an enemy base over here, and we have some recon positions. Recon position Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And we're going to set up some snipers at those positions who are going to snipe in on the enemy base. Now, this is the rendezvous for our motorized forces. There's a bit of a hill here, so we're going to keep them concealed behind the hill. And we're basically going to pound the crap out of this base, knock out all of their defenses, and then the final blow will be dealt by our infantry forces. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to start to assemble our forces and get them into position. So I guess the first thing we probably should do is take off the aircraft. So we're going to pull up the Alive tablet again, and I'll get these scout helis moving off to their objectives. So as you can see, I've marked out the landing zones. We want them to fly nice and low and nice and fast. It's got all of these nice preset options. You don't have to worry about scripting any of this. And that's just going to go off to its objective and land. And then we can get the forces out with High Command. Okay, so second scout heli, same deal. Nice and low, nice and fast. It's holding fire, not that it has weapons anyway, but we're going to send that off to that LZ there. And as you can see, these scout helis are loaded up with recons. There's 2 in that one and 1 in that one. So this guy is going to basically send our recons to Bravo and Charlie. Now the other thing we need to do is start to take off our support aircraft, just so that when we call on them, we're not waiting forever for them to take off. Now, obviously if you're making your own mission, you could just, get them to loiter at the start of the mission, but I think it's a bit more cool and interactive to do it yourself. So I'm going to get the A-10 to take off. He should already be on the runway. Hold fire, defend, and he's going to loiter around this position up here. And I'll just bring up the map. And as you can see, here's the A-10 here, already moving. And this is our Greyhawk over here. We're going to get him to take off in just a sec as well. Alright, let's pull up the UAV terminal. We'll get the Greyhawk to turn off. Take off, I should say. And we might get him to loiter over here somewhere. 750 meters is fine. Doesn't really matter, but we do want him to get up to his attack altitude. So 500 meters it is. And he's just going to taxi out onto the runway and take off. Okay, now I'm not going to get the attack heli to loiter just yet. We're just going to get him to come in at the very last minute. He doesn't have as much fuel either, so... Okay, so let's switch over to one of our other teams. As you can see, we've got all of our teams, heaps of playable units. Obviously, this is only a single player mission, so you are going to need to switch and back and forth between different things. So we'll switch over to this guy here. He's our infantry group leader. Okay, and he's got a bunch of units on his high command menu. The main thing is, though, let me quickly show you. We have these 2 RG-33 AMRAPs, which have got our 2 infantry squads. So we're going to get these AMRAPs to move up to the rendezvous point. Get this guy to move first. Whoop, zoom in. Okay, nice and fast, full speed. And the other guy can come up just behind him. Get him to also go full speed. That's about all we need to do with them for the moment. We'll go back to our officer. Like I said, most of the mission is going to be spent through the eyes of this guy. Okay, over to high command. And that should be pretty good. So as you can see, our helis have landed. So we'll get Recon Alpha and Recon Bravo to unload. And it should tell us down here, we've now unmounted the little birds. And I'll just start them moving off using the high command menu to their recon positions. Recon position Bravo, get this guy moving off. As you can see, it's in a bit of a wooded area there, so he's nice and safe. And this guy over here, he's a long way away from the base. No one's ever going to see him. Oh, hang on, we don't want Recon Charlie to do anything yet. What we want to do is we want to go back to our Alive support menu. Now this Scout Heli 1, it's done its job, so we'll get it to return to base. It's got a really nice little function in this Alive menu to just basically return to where it started from, which is really handy. You don't have to worry about setting up a landing zone just for the purpose of returning to base. And we're going to get the Scout Heli 2 to move on to this point over here. It maintains its behavior from before. So as you'll see, you can see the helicopter has already started to move here. This one's taking off right now. And it tells you what's happening down here as well, which is really cool. Now, another thing we might actually do too, and this isn't really necessary, but we might get the transport heli to just move up to a bit closer objective, just so that when we do call on it, it's ready to go. And we'll get it to land with its engine off. Nice and fast, and we'll get it to move to, this one isn't marked out, but LZ Baldy is a good place to land, so over here somewhere, and that'll just land with its engine off. Hopefully no vehicles discover it over there, but we should be fine, I think. Okay, so far, let's just recap. We have one recon is already at its objective. We've got this guy moving into recon position Bravo right now. We have our 2 CAS aircraft loitering over there. This heli is just about to land, and we'll send this guy over to position Charlie. And it's looking pretty good. And these two RG-33s are on their way. So we're basically just waiting for this heli to land right now. Once it sort of stops moving, we know it's on the ground. Okay, so get Recon Charlie to unload. And we'll send him off to his recon position. And the last step, let's get the Scout Heli 2 to return to base. Alright, so that's pretty good. Okay, so really all we need to do now is wait for this guy to get to his position. So we might actually switch over into his eyes right now. So let's switch over to Recon Bravo. Okay, so where are we going? We're going over here. Let's assign this one. And I'll just speed this up actually. Now I've chosen this guy specifically because he is carrying a very, very important tool, which as you can see is the UAV backpack. And this is going to allow us to laze the vehicles and, well, the enemy vehicles I should say, and take them out with the CAS aircraft. So we're going to assemble the data. We'll just go into a bit of a concealed position over here somewhere. And I'll switch back to the HQ Actual, who has command of the Greyhawk already, and open that UAV terminal, and there's the data right there. Now the data and all the other UAVs are really, really cool. They're basically autonomous. You can send them off and let them do their own thing. So I can just give it a waypoint over there, and there's a bunch of different things I can do with that waypoint. Take it up to 500 meters. Just want it to hold at that point, and we don't want it to do anything with the enemy yet. Never fire, type, hold, altitude 500. Cool. Now it's so small that the enemy won't detect it from that range, but if you bring it in at maybe 200, 300 meters, there is a chance that they might see it and they'll try and shoot it down. Now, while that's doing that, let's take a look at our objectives. So already we've deployed our snipers. We've deployed our motorized infantry, so if we look on the map, they should be there. Hang on, let's bring up High Command, and there they are, so that's good. We know they're there. Now, all we have to do is eliminate the MG teams, eliminate the enemy vehicles, eliminate the anti-air, and then ultimately capture the enemy base. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of this anti-air, because we can't really do much with the CAS aircraft, or, you know, in particular, the attack heli. We can't bring that in with that anti-air up, or else they're going to last about 2 seconds. The MG teams even are pretty deadly, especially versus that attack heli, I should say. So we need to get rid of them as well. The vehicles aren't really so important. The A-10 will clean them up, but we really need to make sure we get rid of that anti-air first. All right. So let's go back to the UAV terminal, and our data is on its way. Well, it's not really on its way. It's sort of still gaining altitude. I'll just speed that up. Doesn't move a lot until it gets up to its altitude, so it can take some time. Alright, and now it's off. Now, when it does actually see the enemy, there is a good chance it might like sort of go off in a different direction. It's pretty good at the moment, but as you can see, it doesn't really fly straight to its target. It sort of like likes to do its own thing. So I'm just gonna manually like click it into place. And then once it's there, all you really need to do is turn off autonomous, and it'll just stop in place and stay there forever. Really no chance of running out of fuel on a on mission this short as well. Maybe if you're in a multiplayer server and you're playing for hours, you may need to worry about the fuel, but it should be fine. So let's take a look at the enemy base. As you can see, no one's aggroing on me yet. So over here, let's quickly change over into night vision. We can see we've got at least one infantry squad there. There's another infantry squad over here. We've got a tank right there. That heli doesn't look like it has anyone in it. That doesn't look like it has anyone in it either, but, well, I made the mission, I know that it does. But mainly over here, what we really have to worry about right here is that anti-aircraft. Okay, So this is where we basically start the combat portion of our mission. So I'm going to save at this point. And, well, if it cuts, you know something drastic went wrong. So hopefully it's all good. So we'll save it up right now. Okay, so we're back, and I completely screwed up the mission, so I've reloaded the game from our save point like I thought I might have to, and we're going to try that again. So, alright, so we're basically over the top of this anti-air, and what we're going to do is we're going to lock in on it. Now, my hotkey is Control-T. It might be different on your PC, but I'm pretty sure that is the default, and I'm just going to lock in the laser designator. Alright, so that's basically going to allow the Greyhawk to lock onto that target and take it out. Okay, so the next step is we're going to call in some artillery support right over the top of it. We don't want high explosive, we just want smoke. And we're going to basically smoke it out over the top of the target, and that should hopefully I should say, obscure the area so that when the Greyhawk does come in, it doesn't get shot down. Now, I'm going to do this first and then switch over to the Greyhawk, because if I don't do it in that order, the artillery will actually take so long that it won't even hit till after the Greyhawk has done its pass. Alright, so I've sent it out on a waypoint over here, and the reason being is because we want to bring it in on the side of the anti-aircraft so that it doesn't actually get shot down. So then I'm going to set another waypoint to destroy the whatever the target is underneath that particular object. And I'll just send it back to base. So this one in the middle should be destroy. Yep, so that's all good. Okay, so let's go back to the data. Now, there's no smoke yet. We can hear the rounds going off in the background, but no smoke just yet. Greyhawk's still a fair way off. We should see some smoke appearing any time now. There we go. HQ actual, this is artillery splash out. So we should be seeing some smoke anytime soon. And the Greyhawk's turning around for its pass right now, so hopefully we see the smoke before it hits. Greyhawk's coming in now. And there's the smoke. It's not over the AA, which is not good, but, you know, it is random artillery, so hopefully it's obscuring some of the heavy machine guns anyway. At least the Greyhawk will have a nice clear shot on this guy, so... Alright. Yeah, it's got it. Okay, so the anti-air is gone. Now, we're going to just quickly spin around. We're going to get this tank as quickly as possible. As you can see, the tank's already moving. It knows something's happened. So, we're going to just get the Greyhawk to come around. And because the Greyhawk has seen the tank, we can actually lock onto it now and just click destroy. And there's almost no chance it's going to stuff this up. Alright, data. Greyhawk's coming around for another pass. And as you can see, the AMRAP's like headed off, so we need to make sure that we send the A-10 in as soon as possible and take that out. We don't want it to linger too long over the area, because if it does, there's a good chance it's going to get shot down. Hopefully this AMRAP doesn't shoot the Greyhawk down, or else we're going to be in trouble. As long as the Greyhawk takes out this tank, we're in good shape. And the AMRAP is going to have a hard time, because the Greyhawk is very, very high. There we go. Tank is gone. Alright, so we'll go back to the UAV controls. The Greyhawk is out of ammo now, so as you can see on the racks on the left hand side, no more bombs left. So we'll just get it to loiter over here, somewhere over the ocean. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the data to lock in on this AMRAP, because it's already heading off, right? I can't even... Oh, hang on. Autonomous. Here we go. Just get... No, I can't find it. Hopefully it doesn't head over there and find the... There we go, there it is. I'm just going to get it to follow that at maybe 300 meters or so. Hopefully it doesn't find this recon Bravo. Alright, I'll just get it to lock in on the AMRAP and then send the A10 over and knock it out. Okay, it's coming back to base now, so it hasn't actually... Still trying to shoot the Greyhawk down. Okay, that's good, that's fine. Alright, cool. So we'll just send in the A10. Just a real quick attack run. We don't want it to seek and destroy, just attack run with its bombs. And it looks like it's coming back to base. We might sort of just send the A10 for an attack run over the top of the base, and hopefully by the time it gets there, it'll be within range. Okay, let's go back to the main map. We'll see how we're going. Alright, the A10, like I said, it's much quicker if it's already in the air. Go back to the data view. Alright, hopefully it takes it out in one hit, and then we can just send it back to its loaded position and we'll bring it back in later. Okay, it says A10 is engaging enemy. Yep, looks like it's going to hit it. Yeah, there we go. And look, it took out one of the guard towers as well, so that's pretty good. Alright, so we'll just get it very quickly to go back to a loiter position over here somewhere. CAS, A10, loiter. Might just get it to loiter over here, just so that it doesn't fly over the area again. So I might even just get it to do a tighter loiter than that. Over here. Confirm, and we want to hold fire, defend only. So if I get it to hold fire, defend only, it'll fly back and try and attack it. So altitude, loiter, range, and then hold fire completely. Confirm. And that should... Oh, it's still trying to drop bombs. Oh well, at least it destroyed it twice. That's alright. That's fine. Okay, so we definitely took out the guard tower. That guy there is gone. Looks like their command base is gone as well. There's one officer still alive. That was a pretty good strike though, have to admit. Now the A10 is way over here now, so we'll just get it to loiter. Actually, CAS, A10, loiter, over here now. Just because that's where it already is. I think it's already returning to its loiter position, so... Alright, so that should be fine. Alright, so now that we've eliminated the vehicles and that sort of thing, so we really don't have any big threats for our vehicles. So we do need to take out the rest of these guard towers though, because they will have a big effect, especially on the attack heli. So we'll switch over to our snipers. And we'll take these guys out. Alright, so there's our base over there. Okay. Alright, so we can see a couple of towers. There's some infantry over there. There's one tower, two towers, three towers. I don't think I can hit that one out there. This one over here is 412 away, 412 meters. This one is 1280 meters. And this one, oh, hang on. There's no sniper there. There's a sniper there, though. 1350 right there. There's usually a recon on that side, but he's not there. So we'll take this guy out. Got some infantry coming in. But we're not going to do anything about them. Okay, cool. We'll switch over to our sniper rifle. And bipod down. Now we want zeroing at about 1200 for this first target. Alright, here we go. Now it was 12 something. So we'll just aim... No, it was actually 13... 1280 it was, so we're zeroing at 1300 just below his head. There we go, got that guy, that was easy. Now, this guy was 1350, so I need to aim just above his head. Yep, oh, there's that other sniper there. Alright, so it started to aggro already, but it's not coming to try and find me. And over here, I think there's like a turret in behind that bush there, but I can't actually get at it. There is a good chance actually that first airstrike took it out, so I'm not sure if he's still there. Let's quickly have a look. What the hell? Looked like there was a dude diving. There's definitely a dude there, but he's not attached to the turret. So that's good. Yeah, I don't think there's a guy actually in that thing anymore. I think the first airstrike probably took it out. Because the bomb did hit the tank pretty damn close to it, so. Alright, still can't see that other recon, so we might flip over to one of our other teams, one of our other snipers. Yeah, there's nothing else we can take out from this vantage point. Okay, so we're going to switch over to Recon Bravo. Come up the hill here. Oh, caught in the bush. Now you'll notice the frames are dropping a little bit in this section. I've got my view distance turned up a little bit just for this part of the mission. And as you can also see, there's no grass on the ground. That's just for better performance for the video. So, okay, there's a tower there. All this is like gone, so we don't have to worry about that. I wonder if we can get that other sniper if we go up the hill. Just take some cover behind this little bush here. Not that it's really going to matter, but we are a fair way away. I'll just get the binos out. Now, just looking, I can't see that other enemy sniper. What would have been about there somewhere, but it's not there. Maybe he's just behind the other side, or maybe he's walked down or something. I'm not sure. There's definitely no machine gun in that tower, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have to worry about this one here. So that one is 723. Okay, 723. So we'll go 700 and aim just above. Okay, ready? Oh, just missed him. Just missing him. Much less accurate, this rifle. There we go, I got him. That's pretty good. There's no other real targets of opportunity, so yeah, I think we're okay. Now we're actually not getting a whoop, there's a rabbit. We're actually not getting the task completed yet because this guy has come down off his machine gun. But the main thing is that the machine gun is out of action. It's the main thing. So I'll get this guy over here somewhere. Now I don't think we actually need the other recon now because all of the turrets have been knocked out. All of the towers have been knocked out, I should say. But we will go over to him and just to have a look anyway. Just to see what we can see. So that's the tower we just shot with the other one. There are some enemies there. I mean, we might as well take a shot, right? See if we can take them out. Binos. Okay, there they are there. So they're 800 on the button. So ready? 800 meters. Hopefully we can take them out in one shot each before they get up and run away. Headshots. A little bit low. Got that guy. Guy just moved. Oh, body shot. Just not happening. There we go. Okay, he's dead. There's no one else around to aggro either, so I think that should be fine. We can probably just hang out here. We should be pretty safe. Alright, so that's pretty good. So basically that is the sort of main pummeling of the base done. I guess that's the best way to put it. We've knocked out all of their defenses, and now all we have to do is follow up with our infantry. So let's switch over to our infantry leader, who is up here on the crest of the hill waiting to attack. Just going to quickly put my graphic settings back on reasonably low so that we don't have too much issues with frame drop, because the this particular mission, it's got a lot of stuff going on, and the frames will drop when we get in on that final objective. So I want it to look nice and good for you guys. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's call in our supports. The first thing we're going to call in, most importantly, is the A10 again, because all of the machine guns are gone now. We can just send him over the top and just seek and destroy. Fire at will, engage at will. Might as well send in the AH6 as well. Once again, seek and destroy. And the other thing that we're going to do as well is send in the transport heli to basically set up a holding pattern over the top. So we're going to get it to circle at a high height, at a fast speed at 300 meters. And we're going to get it to fire. And now once all of our supports have been called on, we might even just quickly call in some more smoke artillery just to use up the rest of the rounds. Just anywhere will do, that's good. Full rate of fire. Let's send in these RG-33s. In about here, I'd say. Okay, here we go, boys. We've committed now. There's no coming back from this. Now, in the transport heli, there is an airborne infantry squad if we need it. So, if both of our squads get knocked out, which is pretty highly unlikely at this point, it's only really going to happen like that if you do the first part of the mission wrong. You can't just drive these RG-33s in and expect to survive. You have to knock out the defenses, so it's there just in case, basically. At this point, the transport heli is just acting as a gunship. Oh, that A-10 looks so cool. You can see all of our support aircraft are just hitting this base as hard as they can. Okay, so gunship is doing some damage by the looks of it. Looks like it is taking some fire, but it should be fine. Alright, we'll go back to first person now. As soon as this stops, just going to get my guys to disembark straight away. Infantry unit Bravo, get them to disembark straight away. Alright, that's good. I'm just going to quickly just take up a position behind the vehicle while I'm giving out commands. And Bravo will actually tell us when they're out of the vehicle. So when they are out of the vehicle, I'll send them in. And then we'll send the vehicle around the back, basically. Whoa! What is that? I think that was the 30 mil on the A10. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, cool. Looks like most of the infantry have been knocked out. There's just like a few guys like struggling around, and this is what we wanted. Okay, cool. So I'll get the RG-33 to come around the back. This second one, I think. I'm just giving it individual waypoints to make sure it doesn't go off course and head up the hill or something. Send it up there. Alright, let's go, boys. Now, hopefully most of the infantry have been taken out, and that's the whole point of this mission, is to take as few casualties as possible, because this is how it's done in real life. You don't just send infantry into the meat grinder. You knock out all of the hard defenses first. Make use of your technology, you know. And by the looks of it, we still haven't cleared the base yet. We haven't actually won the mission yet. So there are still infantry alive, but where they are is anyone's guess. We're Frames are starting to drop a bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, I'm just looking. Whoa, taking some fire there somewhere. Engaging on the left. Whoa, looks like they're... I don't know where that fire's coming from. Just gonna get my guys to like follow me and we'll move down. Well, that's a crew member by the looks of it. I don't know if he's dead or not. Yeah, he's dead. See, the other thing is too, is there may have been infantry that have like moved off and headed off to find our snipers. So, okay, I think we're looking pretty good right now. RG-33 is not finding anybody. We still haven't won the mission yet. So there's got to be more infantry up. All the officers look like they're dead. The RG-33 is just like, I'll just get it to like back off a bit. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'll just let it go over here. And this other RG-33, I'll just get it to stop there because it's going to start running over our own troops. Just searching for enemy troops now. We haven't knocked out the MGs either, so like it's possible that that MG crew is the only one left. And he was meant to be in there. No, that's the enemy MG crew. I am not sure where that other guy is. There we go, we eliminated the MG team. And with any luck, that should be the end of the mission. There we go, captured the enemy base. So there you go, boys. Basically didn't even really have to fire a shot at anybody, except for obviously the sniper shots. And that's how it should be done. You know, if you use your supports well, you should take almost no casualties at all. So I just want to show you just quickly what it looks like when the combat support lands. They'll actually land in a fairly tight space. So I'm going to literally get this transport heli to land right in front of me, and we'll get the guys out and see how many are left and how many are dead. And we'll get this guy to land, engine off, right in front of us. All the other aircraft can return to base. Transport. That's already back at base. CAS. Turn to base. Turn to base. Here comes in the Black Hawk now. So we didn't lose anyone from our squad. I'll just check the other squad. So infantry Bravo lost nobody as well. And the air assault, I think they're all good as well. Yeah, nine members. So we actually didn't lose any personnel at all. That's actually the first time I've ever played this mission without losing a single soldier. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, I guess that just about wraps it up. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see any more of my videos, or if you want to support my channel on Patreon. And until next time, see you later, and have a good one.